I got the opportunity to take a fairly pretty cool photo, I think, today. I was in a penthouse property with a jacuzzi on the roof, on the top floor. Well, that means penthouse, of course, of a property that looks back at Edinburgh. A lot of properties are like, hey, let's look out to sea. This one, one of the main views, it was looking back at Edinburgh, and this is something which I think is very cool. So I did a very high resolution panorama. So I'm going to give you a guided tour over some of the things in Edinburgh here, and just astonishing. So I'm recording this on a 27-inch iMac. This is the panorama that we've got here, looking back from the sea, almost towards Edinburgh. Over here, this is the Leith kind of docks area. Well, certainly that's the Leith docks. Over there, you've got, what's that? That building here is 172 Lower Granton Road. Lower Granton Road then goes around here, and then that goes off to a rock climbing. So that little church there, that's called Alien Rock, which is a rock climbing venue. That, I think, is a big grain storehouse or something. I think big ships come in with grain and drop off stuff there. That building there, I don't know what's happening with that. I think it's getting turned into flats pretty soon. Yeah, it's cool. I just love how high resolution doing panoramic shots are. So I can fully read that. It says Mainstream Paint Centre, I think is what we're seeing here. I was getting this at, what time was it? I think it was about 3:15 in the afternoon. But as you can see, in Edinburgh, at the end of October, that's pretty much the golden hour. From 3 to 4, that's where we're getting sunset. So it's quite cool how on this image we're getting way at the right, that's just where the sun is setting, and away on the left, that's the kind of the buildings getting hit by the sun. So it's quite a nice shot here. Here are a couple of the very few multi-story build, like 1960s, 1970s multis that were built that are still standing and still fully occupied as well. Let's see, what else have we got over here? So these are some of the fields over out at, what would that be, East Lothian direction. And in fact, that is the Preston Pans power station, which had 2 big towers that got blown up recently, or blown down. If you want to see a cool video, type in, it's either Preston Pans or Seaton Sands, Port Seaton power station, demolition. They brought down 2 giant, in fact I'll show you. Or it actually may have been called Cockenzie Power Station. Port Seaton Power Station, Cockenzie Power Station, I think it's all the same. Here's some guys' shots of it. Let's see how they blew this up. Look at that, they made them crash into each other. Well done, guys. Well done. And then they blew up another bit at the side, which people forgot about. But yeah, so have a look at that. It was like, everyone's like, well done. Ooh, let's look at this. A drone shot. Did they get a drone shot of it being demolished? Got to see this. Yeah, enough of the chit chat. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, it's all scratchy because I'm doing too many things. Yeah, check out that. That was a cool moment in history. So they are now gone. You can see over there. Okay, so next bits. What have we got? It's always quite cool. Oh, look at this derelict little building. All the glass has been smashed in. We can see some of the graffiti and all that kind of stuff. It's always cool. But also, you don't see any human beings in this photo. It's really weird. Even though it's a busy, like, you see lots of cars and maybe some cars driving, but you don't see anybody moving around. Okay, so let's see, what have we got? There's a little bit of green there. That is the Hibs football stadium over there. And then, now, this big hill that we're seeing here, again, remember we're seeing this on a 27-inch iMac. This is known as Arthur's Seat. Big hill in the middle of Edinburgh. This part of the hill is called the Salisbury Crags. This bit here is actually a separate hill. This is a hill which is closer to us, called Calton Hill. There's a monument which kind of looks like is it the Parthenon? Or not the Colosseum, it must be the Parthenon, known as Edinburgh's Disgrace. And here there's a little tower which is a timing device for ships out at sea. of some sort. And there's a little observatory going on there. And then there's a big famous hotel. I think it's called the Scotsman. And then what we've got, you'll see that it kind of slopes up the way, slowly slopes up, 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 and up, and up. And then that's where you get this, is Edinburgh Castle. So not kind of what a lot of people say, hey, is that really a castle? Yes, it is a castle. It's kind of like, it was kind of like a whole city by itself, and what it was this road down here is known as the Royal Mile, goes all the way down to an area down here, be somewhere around about there, which is where the Holyrood Palace is down there. So that's so cool. Then what else have we got over here that I recognise? So this building here is the Edinburgh International Conference Centre. You've got where this little tower here is there, that is Blackford Hill, I think, where the Royal Observatory is. So you see a video I did with Matt Granger. We were walking around that bit up there. And then up here, this is a bigger hill, which is also Blackford Hill. More Blackford. Something going on here. This is St Mary's Cathedral. I think it's St Mary's or St Giles. No, that's St Mary's Cathedral there. Which again, if you just type in St Mary's Cathedral, Dom, I've done videos inside that. And yeah, it's so cool being able to see so much detail. And if we kind of like zoom out and go, oh, where are we? Let's zoom back into the image. What else have we got? Anything else of any? So now this hill area here, this is part of the Pentland Hills, and this white lines on that is Britain's or Europe's biggest outdoor dry ski slope. So this material called Dendex, which is kind of like a plastic toothbrush for us to practice our skiing on during summer, winter, and autumn and spring. Just whenever the snow is not good enough for us to drive all the way up to the Highlands, we can do it in Edinburgh there. So these are the hills which I love running around, and I go running on. And this bit here, this is the highest mountain called Allermuir, which is 1,617 feet or 1,613 feet. Remember, I'm sure it was a prime number, something like that. And then let's see, there's another big tower. Don't know what that is. Let's see what we've got down here. Looking for anybody doing any graffiti. Just no humans around. It's like I took this on a weird kind of everyone was dead. But I just think it's so cool. Like, just what a stunning view you've got from your bedroom from this property here. And it goes all the way along. I think this is then Carstorphine Hill away over there. But yeah, just what a stonking view. What a stonking view from sun setting right over there to the kind of the last bits of sun hitting the buildings away over in Granton area of Edinburgh, Leith. Just what a stonking image. So this, if I press I, is so 11 minutes past 4. That's not corrected for the fact that we've moved our clocks back. So this was actually 11 minutes past 3 in the evening. In Scotland, it gets dark very early. And this is about 25 by 4,000 image. So that is around about 100 megapixel image. That's pretty cool. And this whole photo wasn't done with a high resolution camera at all. This is done with my 7-year-old Fuji S5pro digital SLR, which is a 6 megapixel camera, which interpolates it up to 12 megapixels, but is like legitimately just a 6 megapixel camera. And shot with the Tamron 24-70. Does it say f 6.3? Doesn't say. I think it was at around about 50 millimeters. And this was edited in the software called PTGUI, which just kind of aligns all the images going on there. And I am just astonished because I cannot see any point where there must have been one image overlapping the other. I would probably say that's also largely due to my own skills as well. But otherwise, I'm just astonished by the dynamic range and the amount of detail I'm getting still with a 7 or 8-year-old 6 megapixel sensor camera. All you need is a good angle, good lighting, and some good bits of software, and you can create astonishingly detailed images. I can even tell that his pound stretcher down there. Brilliant. So yeah, so don't think, I can't do panorama, or I can't do a high megapixel image because I don't have a Nikon D810 or something. You can do 100 megapixel images with just a 7-year-old 6 megapixel camera. You just got to know how to use it. So there you go. Check it out. Bye bye.